Prepare yourself for some of the wackiest, coolest, most viral LGBT videos from across the net.
Oh, own a business, bitch. Suck a d.
Brian, where are you going?
Where you think I'm going? I'm on my way to fuck a dude.
Now give it up for our host, RuPaul's Drag Race's very own, Stacy Layne Matthews.
Beat me up, Scotty.
It's time for some fucking tea, okay? And a little distraction. So today, y'all, right? I changed my profile pictures to something a little bit more sexy on my dating profiles, aka my Grindr, and my Tinder, and my Bumble, to something a little bit more sexy to see if anything changes for me. And bitch, of course it does. And then I get so many guys like texting me now and sweeping me and liking me and blah, 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 which is crazy, but like not insane because, you know, if you post better pictures, you're gonna look better. What I mean by that is I basically had a glow up. And at first, this guy doesn't even notice who I am because I look so different from this year to last year, even though I don't look that different, but whatever. And so finally, I'm like, do you know that you ignored me, like last year, right? And he's like, oh my God, you look so different. I'm just like, I can't help but wonder if it's just because now that you're talking to me more is because I got more muscular and my hair's different and I look better than last year. That just, it fucking sucks. And after a while, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna stop texting this guy because I deserve better. I deserve better. I'm gonna text him.
Ooh. You know what? I experience this all the time when I'm on like Grindr or these dating apps. If I don't have makeup on, these hoes cannot be bothered. So I'm pretty sure that, you know, I mean, I understand that people are picky, but Jesus Christ, girl, if you don't really get to know someone, how do you know if you're not attracted to them? Just because you see somebody in a picture. Half of these pictures ain't even real, girl. Catfish the house. Next video.
Hi, yes, I'd like to order one vegan cheese, please, for delivery. One large
oh,
vegan
Lord.
cheese for delivery.
Okay, ma'am. Can I get your phone number, please? Miss?
My phone number? Yeah, it's,
Oh, I get so many mixed like responses, like when I go to a drive-thru, or like if I'm calling to order pizza or something, and someone says, "Will that be all, sir?" And I'm like, so it's just like the exact opposite. Because I try to use my fishy voice. I'm like, yeah, so like a large pizza, please. And they're like, "Will that be all, sir?" And I'm like, shady bitch. Next video.
Top 3 things that my friends did right when I came out. First one, I had a friend that just told me he loved me. It took me a long time to like actually get it out and tell him. And when I told him, he didn't act like it was a big deal. He just told me he loved me and gave me a hug, and that's all I could really ask for. So that was awesome. Second one, I had a friend that would use a lot of gay slurs before. So when I told him, he apologized for ever using them and then stopped saying them right then. Haven't heard one since. So that was also really cool. And third thing, so I was actually kind of talking to this guy as I was coming out, and the way I came out to one of my friends, I just was like, hey, I'm kind of talking to someone right now. And I showed her a picture of this guy. And she goes, oh, he's cute. And she goes, oh, are you gay? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, okay.
It's really good to have really supportive friends because growing up, especially here in the Bible Belt, I didn't have that connection with my family. My family didn't accept the fact that I was gay, the fact that I was trans. And it's really good to have that support system, especially in your friends, honey, because, yeah, girl, coming out is hard. It is not fun. And it's really good, you know. You get you a support system because that's all you need, honey. Especially if your family is not bothered, get you a chosen family. Yes, God, honey. On to the next video, girl.
Why didn't anybody tell me that being gay in the Midwest was gonna be so goddamn lonely? I ain't got no calls, no texts, nothing. And I'm honestly not even expecting them. I've gotten to the point, like, if I don't set something up, it's just not gonna get done. If I don't make plans, I'm just not doing anything. Netflix has become my best friend, and all of my bad habits are increasingly getting worse, even though I'm comprehensively trying to make them better. But like 2020.
I lived in Ohio for a year, less than a year, and I can honestly say the snow is so depressing that I kind of get the whole Midwest thing. But it ain't no different, North Carolina, honey, so do not think you're alone. If you're not in LA, New York, Miami, Orlando, places like that, girl. So don't think it's just the Midwest, girl, it's everywhere. Next video.
Girl, bitch, when I tell you you will never, ever catch me inside the boys' bathroom at school, that bathroom has different types of species, rodents. Every time I use the bathroom, they will hate crime me, girl. Boys in my school will come in boxing gloves just to play fight. Bitches are not the USC, pack it the fuck up. Sometimes we having like a little smoke sesh, like, girl. So one day I needed to use the bathroom because I need to wash my hands, and I was like, I'm gonna regret this. I walk in, it was a group of boys, and you know, they was, yeah, girl. And one of them had a girl in there, yeah, you know what they was doing. So I'm minding my business, washing my hands, and all I hear is, you in the wrong bathroom. One starts throwing wet paper towels at me. So the other boys start laughing, going like, yeah, you in the wrong bathroom. They start saying all types of names like Fruity, this, and that, the third. I'm like, okay, this is what we doing? Okay. I walked into the guidance counselor's office and I was like, I ain't no snitch, man, but they was smoking something green. Yup, suspender, yup.
I can remember being in school and going into the men's bathroom, and I don't know what it is. That's just not school, honey, but like the convenience store, the grocery store, the men's bathroom is horrible. There's pee all over the seat. There's wet toilet tissue on the ground. Girl, a mess. I always use the women's bathroom because I'm what? A lady. Especially the airport, honey. Woo! Next video. Yeah, the airport.
Let me answer the question that I know all of you have been wondering. Yes, I do shit in this bathroom 4 times a day. Every single time I look at myself in the mirror and I judge myself for the horrendous bowel movements that I have. So this is me. Take it or leave it.
At least that bathroom is clean. My friends always get on me because every time I call my friends on video, I'm on the toilet. And I'm like, bitch, why you mad? This is my office. This is when I call my friends. This is when I'm feeling my most confident. I'm feeling light on my feet. No pun intended. But yeah, it's my office, girl. Get over it. So thumbs up for that, honey. Yes. Shitty queen. Next video.
I went to an all-boys high school. Okay? Let me tell you some of my favorite things about that. Let me start off with the fact that we weren't allowed to have paper towels after my freshman year because boys would pee on them, throw them at the ceiling so that they would stick and drip on you. While we're in the piss and shit category, if you saw a dollar bill in the hallway, don't pick it up. Because someone wiped their ass with it and they're waiting for you to pick it up. That kind of stuff sort of fell off by the time I was like a senior. I guess it was the previous class. But my senior year did have the phantom pooper, which is exactly what it sounds like. For 3 months my senior year, someone would come into school before the bell rang and poop in one of the sinks somewhere in school, and it took 3 months to figure out who it was, like a Criminal Minds episode. Did he get expelled? No! He probably got extra fucking credit. Also, if you were 53 and under and slightly resembled a woman, you were going to get sexually harassed by the weird ugly kids in the back of the classroom. I was weird and ugly and sat in the back, but I was not straight. And when I did come out, one of my teachers asked me what color prom dress I was gonna wear. Like I'm gonna spoil it. Idiot, it's a surprise. Don't go to an all-boys high school.
I just want to know who fucking shits in the sink at the school. I've seen some dumb shit, but I don't ever recall anybody shitting in the sink because that shit is nasty. Girl, I don't understand why people can't just do good in school, get good grades, graduate, and be done. Girl. Ugh, next video. High school was, I loved high school, but people are annoying. Girl, I cannot be a teacher. I will be arrested. Next video.
So I feel like in my family, my sexuality is kind of like a don't ask, don't tell thing, right? Like my parents know, but then like everybody else in the family either just assumes or we just like don't talk about it, right? So what I'm really worried about is like somebody finds my account and at a family reunion and like one of the messy ass cousins just like, this you? It's like, what am I gonna do? I just wanna know like how I'm gonna wiggle my way out of that one with a username, unfortunately homo, and a fucking content that's 99% queer. Like, how I'll be like, nah girl, That ain't me. Like,
I hate to tell you, boo-boo, but they know. They know. You cannot hide. You cannot hide behind the way you talk, the way you swish your ass, the way you use your hands. They know, girl. Next video.
So when I was like a junior in college, there was this guy that I would talk to on Grindr, like off and on. He was one of those like BL, straight guy, never been with a dude kind of guys, which like whatever. But because of that, he was like such a flake. We would set a whole thing up, I'd shower, and then he would just ghost me. Or the next day he'd message me like, oh, I'm sorry, I fell asleep, or some BS like that. Which, like, again, I get it, you're nervous or whatever. But then one day he finally was like, okay, like, I think I'm ready, like, you can come over, like, I'm ready. So he snuck me into his apartment, and it was like kind of weird at first. Like, I had to kind of like coach him through like how to make out with a dude or whatever. But so then like I ended up like, and he was literally in my mouth, and then just went completely soft. And I was like, oh, are you okay? Like, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable or anything. Like, we can stop. And he's like, no, you're fine. Like, I don't know. I'm just kind of in my head right now. Like, I just kind of feels like cheating on my girlfriend. I was like, you think?
I have been there, honey. I've had guys come back from Iraq and come straight to me before going home to their wife. And then feeling bad and crying on the edge of the bed. Girl, bye. Next video.
Whenever I'm driving around town or just kind of driving on my own, and then I see a group of boys that look homophobic, or a group of boys that I know from my past that were homophobic to me, I always make sure to find the gayest song I can find, and I amp that shit up to the max, and outside of my car window I scream, gay fucking rights. For example, the other day, I was driving and I saw a group of kids from middle school that were assholes to me, so what I did was, I turned on Taylor Swift's You Need to Calm Down, and blasted that out the window, blasted it, and then I screamed gay fucking rights, and it was invigorating, and I definitely recommend.
See, I'm not that brave, honey. I would put on, like, some gospel. Especially if, like, you ever get pulled over, just put on some gospel, honey, and sing a Jesus hymn. You'll probably get out of it. Next video.
Put a finger down if when you were a kid you begged your parents to buy you this extremely overpriced distressed denim jacket from Abercrombie along with the matching jeans that were just covered in holes and paint splatters, and your parents were like, why would you ever want to wear this? And you were like, this is the pinnacle of fashion. People wake up. And they were like, okay, and they bought it for you and you wore it every single day. And later on that year when you went to the city with your entire family, you were in a subway station and you got distracted by this old homeless man who was yelling at people and your family just walked off. And when you finally noticed that your family walked off, you started to freak out and you went up to this old foreign couple and you were like, can you please help me? Like, I need a phone to call my parents. And they were like, what? And they started screaming and these two cops came over and they're like, what's going on? And the old foreign couple was like, this homeless child is trying to rob me. And I was like, what? And the cop was like, are you homeless? And I was like, no. And then the old foreign couple was like, look at his jacket, it's all ripped up. And I was like, listen lady, I'm wearing Abercrombie, you need to get a grip. And the cop started laughing and took me back to the police station where I waited 2 hours for my family to pick me up.
That is hilarious. Honey, you know what? Fashion is fashion. Not everybody understands this, girl, but thumbs up for trying. Convince these sisters, honey. People think it's just, you know, you're supposed to wear whatever. Girl, don't be afraid to wear what you want, honey. It's all about being unique and fashion forward. Next video.
I got kicked out of school for sleeping with my gym teacher. Story time. When I was entering 9th grade, I decided that I didn't want to go to the original high school that I was supposed to go to. So I went to high school in a different town with different kids that I didn't know, and it was just a wreck. At first, I really enjoyed going to this high school because there was a lot of kids that I never met before, so I made a lot of new friends and had a lot of new experiences, and it was, right off the bat, it was really, really fun. By the way, I made this. Isn't this so cute, you guys? So after a couple months of being there, that's when the drama started. It got so bad that I had to drop out and go to the school that I was supposed to go to in my hometown. So a week after dropping out of school, they had told me that I had to come back to return my books. So I decided to go back during school hours, and I ended up bumping into one of my real good friends. And she decided to tell me the rumors that were spread about me because I dropped out. The main rumor that was spread about me, you guys, was that I got kicked out for sleeping with the gym teacher.
You know children will talk, honey. I I don't know. I don't trust people. Here's the thing. Here's the motto we always go by. If you're not in a room, expect to be the topic of conversation, darling. Next video.
Hey everybody, so I just wanted to show you guys something that I just discovered while watching this episode of The Hills that I don't think anyone's ever really talked about before. So this is the scene of Elsie and Lo walking into Stephanie's birthday party. Okay, as you can see, they're just two girls walking in. Now, I want you to watch this again, but I want you to pay attention to the woman who is sitting on this side as Elsie is walking in. She's looking at Elsie like, what the fuck are you wearing?
Oh, God. You know what? I love watching TV, and sometimes I don't even watch the main people. I watch the people in the background, because sometimes the people in the background are more entertaining than the people in the foreground, honey. Yes, I love television. Next video, honey.
So for those that have the privilege of having multiple options for therapists where they're located, finding the right therapist is a lot like dating. It's about finding somebody whose personality meshes with yours and who practices in such a way that you feel comfortable, safe, and able to share everything with this person, or at least more important things that are relevant to what you're working on resolving. And so that could be meeting them and working with them for several weeks. And if it doesn't seem right, then my recommendation is to never stop seeing a therapist without talking to them first. Because a lot of times you can, if you express the issues that you're having, you can work through them together and resolve them without having to switch to a different provider, because they can work around your personality and what strategies work.
I don't know if his goal was for us to stare at his chest the whole time and not really hear or understand what he was saying. I heard therapy, and I heard the water in the background, and I saw all this chest, girl. So I guess, go to therapy. I guess that was the meaning of that story, honey. Next video. Aww. Those were all the videos, honey, we have today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. Tell us who you want to see featured in the next coming videos. If you want early access and exclusive videos, follow us here, and don't forget the links in the description, honey. I love you guys, and thanks for watching.
Stuff like that, like dark, mysterious, and very European, almost to the point that it hurts. And I don't mind long, drawn-out scenes either.
It's getting weird.